What's up, family? It's your girl, Samantha Lee. We are in the building. I apologize, you guys. Want to get myself together, new setup and everything like that. As you can see, we got to thank Pam because Pam, let me get my puppy. Y'all know my puppy is here, and she is a part of the action. I don't even know if I have the right. Oh man, I'll try. I can't update the full. Okay, well, I'm sorry, you guys. I went into the wrong thing, but it's besides the point. We're here. We're live. Let me actually take this out. I don't know if that looks better. Yeah, looks better that way. Does it look better tucked in or tucked out? Like, y'all tell me. You know. But yes, y'all already know. Welcome to the live tonight. If you don't know by now, or if you have it's first time to the channel, your girl it's Love Samantha Lee on IG. Love Samantha Lee on you like it out, y'all? Tucked or locked out? Tucked in. Okay, I'm gonna follow Lena. Okay, perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and get the banners going for tonight. Again, I apologize. I didn't even check the output, whether or not I was in the full 1080p, which is what I normally try to stream in. Right now we're in 720p, so it's not the best output tonight, but it is what it is, you know. We're just going to get into it. So welcome to tonight's live. If you guys don't know, like I said, I'm Love Samantha Lee on IG. Oh goodness, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, you know, there's a lot of different places. Love Samantha Lee on YouTube. And so I am by trade, I am a social worker, master's social worker. That's why I got, you know, I guess it is a weird way of saying it, master social worker, but I got my master's in social work. And then at the University of Georgia, got my psychology degree at the University of Georgia with a minor in women's studies, which is why you guys see I talk a lot about women on my platforms. And in addition to that, I work full-time in my field, but part-time I go online and I use my platform to combine not only my spiritual background, but my educational background, my own personal experience. I infuse them all together and give you guys a perspective based upon my experiences. So anyway, based upon all that combo package, the hybrid. So that is what I do. I'm Samantha Lee, and tonight we are talking about a question that I received, and I'm going to answer the question exactly. According to what I got in my comments. Guys, I do read the comments. Okay, we do read these comments. We do take them seriously. So just know that, like, we're watching. We want to know what you guys are asking. We want to answer the questions that you guys have for us. And so please write us questions, you know, email us. I got a really sweet email from somebody that encouraged me on a day that I needed encouragement. You know, this week has been a lot of little random things that have happened that's been made it challenging. But that email really meant something to me. So I want to, the person who they are, they encouraged me greatly. And so I don't even want to get too much into it, but thank you. Because your kind words, sometimes people don't really know. They see you online, they see you got a platform, they think you're a subhuman, but I am 100% human. So thank you guys for those. We did receive a comment that I am going to read, and I'm going to answer honestly. You've got to know that if I'm going to answer these questions, I'm going to be brutally honest in my response. Okay, so we're going to read the scenario. Before I get into the scenario, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the Wednesday night lives. These have been a blast. We've been doing this for, oh my gosh, 1 to 2 years now. And so, yeah, we at it. We doing it. If my laundry is loud in the background, tell me, y'all, and I will turn it off. I'm trying to get the laundry done. Doing double duty. So that is that. Okay. Some things. If you have not yet already, subscribe to the channel. We put out content almost daily. We go live now twice a week. We try to have these conversations. I don't want you guys to miss a thing. So hit that subscribe button. If you have not yet, hit that like button, y'all. That helps us so much get up in this algorithm, okay? I have a goal of reaching 400,000 subscribers by the end of this year. It's a lofty goal, but with that, hitting that like button, just for the free 99, hit that like button. And my goodness, that helps us tremendously. So please hit the like button, hit the like button. Otherwise than that, you guys, we do have a free ebook below. If you have not seen it already, it's called Finding Your Perfect Match, Avoiding the Wrong Women. That ebook also, when you get the ebook, you also become a part of my email list and you're updated on all things Love Samantha Lee. Whether I put out podcasts, whether I do shows, It is loud. It's loud. Okay. I'm gonna stop it. My bad. I'll turn it off. Hold on. My apologies, y'all. If it's that loud, I'll turn it off. It is really loud, so I understand. And yeah, otherwise than that, oh, y'all were kidding? Oh, whatever. So it wasn't even loud. Oh my gosh, y'all. Whatever. I turned it off. We gonna rock with it. We gonna rock with it. So back to the point of the live. One of the questions that I got in the chat, we're not gonna waste no time tonight. One of the questions I got in the chat was this one. Let me see. Okay. So I have a video that's called When They Pull Away, Do This. Okay. When they pull away, do this. And so with that being said, somebody commented under that particular video. The question was this: why would he ask to get back together with me to be distant? And it seems like emotionally he's pulling back too. He said after I asked him that there's nothing wrong, but he chooses to play video games instead of having a night to cuddle with me like we used to. So I'm gonna read that one again. It's a young lady that reached out. I'm gonna try to spin this up. Y'all, my trainer worked me out so hard today. I can't even tell y'all. Like, he worked me out so hard, but I deserved it. I've been emotionally eating, so I need to go ahead and you can beat me up in the gym because I deserve it. I'm gonna read that question again. I want to first thank everybody for the giving. Scrolling below is the Cash App option if you decide you want to sew into what we are doing here at the channel, sew into me. Hit the Cash App. If you want to do a super chat, I will look at that. That draws my attention to see that. So if you guys give, if I'm caught up in a thought and I don't say anything, I just want to go ahead and thank you guys in advance for the giving. It means a lot to me. We work very hard on the channel. You have no idea. Pam knows we work very hard on the channel to put out quality content to you almost every single day. So we appreciate you guys sewing into the channel. Okay. Had to say that. Let's get into it. So the question is, why would he ask to get back together with me just to be distant? And it seems like he's emotionally pulling away too. He said after I had asked him that there's nothing wrong, but he chooses to play video games instead of having a night to cuddle with me like we used to. Why would he ask to get back together with this young lady if he's just now pulling back and he's now starting to play video games and not cuddle with her like they used to? Family, I want you guys, we got some wise men up in the chat. Why would a man fight to get back with a woman just to start pulling back again and get into playing video games versus cuddling with his girl? Why would a man do that? I want to hear from you guys in the chat. we're gonna have a dialogue, family, because I'm not a man. I can speak to what I think a man is doing, but y'all know what men be on because y'all are men. So I really believe that. I believe that's what that men can speak to men. You're a blessing and a tremendous gift. Thank you, Joshua. Thank you so much. A tremendous gift. Learning from you is not only a pleasure, but a great joy. I love the podcast. Thank you for taking the time to help us learn from your experiences, to grow from your wisdom. Glory to the King. Amen. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Joshua. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you for starting out the giving as well. Thank you. So, okay, so somebody said the video games be an outlet. Okay. JD said my ex-girlfriend played video games for 3 days straight. Wow. Tyrone said because he don't want no one else with her. Lanaya says players are going to play. Tommy overall said, oh, never mind. Mirabelle says he just wanted her there with him and not healing, moving on with somebody else, wasting her time. I feel like they lose their place for games, but they just need to step back in line and realize where they at. He don't want to let her go. He comfortable with situation, a security that's provided. He taking her for granted. He back with her, but he didn't truly forgive her. He don't want to lose his spot. A man could be comfortable in your presence, but not up under you. Y'all, I'm gonna agree with 3 of the guys that said this in the chat. He didn't want nobody else with her. He didn't want nobody else with her, but he don't really want to be with her. He don't want her in these streets. Men, like y'all, and this is what I've learned about men, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. Men are territorial, right? Women are possessive, men are territorial. And he was like, I might not necessarily want to be with you, but I don't want nobody else to be with you. That's what it sounds like to me. If you're now getting back into the relationship and you're fine, you back with your girl and it's exciting. You know what I'm saying? When you get back with somebody, everybody's gone back with an ex. Okay, we all have gone backwards before, right? You get back with an ex, it's exciting at first. Y'all excited, y'all know each other, it's comfortable. For it to completely die down in such a way to where oh, okay. Sorry, I got a weird comment. I don't want to. Okay. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to be petty tonight, y'all. I'm not going to be petty. I'm not going to be petty. I'm not going to be petty. I'm working on it. Back to what I was saying. I think, in my opinion, he there, but he not. Bruce is like, he's there, but he's not there. Exactly, Bruce. I'm right there with you. Dimitri says that's what it is exactly. Men is, I believe I've had that happen to me before, y'all. I've had that happen to me before where a man's like, no, I don't really want you, but I don't want you with nobody else. Because I was crazy. Okay, I ain't gonna lie to you. Younger Sam was not refined. Younger Sam needed to grow the H up, if we're being real. So when I was in my early 20s, yes, I was in a 4-year relationship, and it was toxic. We needed to break up, and he probably, he probably should have just left me alone, and I should have left him alone. But at the end of the day, we didn't leave each other alone. And the reality was we did not belong together. We should not have been together. And he probably didn't want to be with me for real, but he did not want me to be with nobody else. And I didn't want him with nobody else either. And that's some real toxic stuff, but that's a reality of the situation. When we're not, I don't know how to describe it. And I think sometimes it takes a level of maturity and to be able to say, and security within yourself to be like, I'm okay with somebody leaving. Like, I'm good. I'm not trying to touch base. I'm not trying to keep you around. I'm good. Like, leave. And not double back because you don't want them to move on. And so I think he just didn't want you to move on. I don't think he necessarily wanted to be with you. I think he just didn't want you with nobody else. And I'm sorry that that's like the truth. That's the truth that I think it is. I could be 100% wrong, but that's what I think it is. And I hate that people do that. Like you get back with people just to what? Keep it, like, for what? You know, like we in you getting with her, you also holding you back, sir. Yeah, you playing video games, but now you got a woman there that want to cuddle with you. And you just like, I don't want to cuddle with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be over there cuddling with some other woman that you want to be with. Now you got this woman waiting on you while you don't even really, you're like, oh, she's back. Mm-mm. So that's my perspective on that particular situation, y'all. And so that was the first question that I received. But in the spirit of this particular question of thinking about getting back with your ex, I wanted to give you 3 reasons why you should get back with your ex. And I'm going to give you 3 reasons why you shouldn't. Okay. So 3 reasons why you should get back with your ex. Let's get into it. One reason to get back with your ex, I took notes, y'all. Took notes. Is genuine change, genuine growth and change. I always say this: if nothing has changed, nothing has changed. If nothing changes, nothing changes. So if you left somebody and they the same person that you left, then there's no reason to go back. There's no reason, because the only way this works is either you change or I change. And if you are relatively the same and they are relatively the same, and I mean relatively, I'm not saying they're exactly the same, because we all gonna have different things that happen over time. But if you're relatively you and I'm relatively me, and it didn't work out the first time, then why would it work out the second time? The only thing that's changed is the year or the month, right? So I think that's the biggest thing, family. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing is understanding, has this person genuinely changed, or have I genuinely changed to where this relationship is going to be different? Otherwise, I'm wasting time. Okay. Genuine growth and change. That's number 1. Number 2 is unresolved love and compatibility. Sometimes, family, and I don't know if you've ever been in this situation. I'm not really sure I have, to be honest with you. I don't know if I've been in a situation myself. But let's say it was just the wrong timing. Right person, wrong timing. And now you have the opportunity to get back into that situation, and it's the right time. You're ready for her now, or you're ready for him now. You weren't ready when you met them the first time, and they were really, really good people, or they were really a really good partner, but you just were not in the place to receive them because of whatever was going on in your life. Let's say you was not as financially stable. Let's say you had a lot going on. Maybe you had a recent loss at the time that you met them, and you weren't the best version of yourself when you were in that relationship. There could be a multitude of reasons that it was the wrong timing, but the right person, right? And so now you have the opportunity to go back, or it's come back around, and maybe it's a God thing. It's come back around, and you're at the place where you're ready for this person. You're ready for the relationship. You just wasn't ready the first time around. That happens a lot, family. And I think that that's a good reason to try it again, when you know that just circumstantially it didn't work out. Third reason is shared vision for the future. You and your ex, maybe when y'all were together, you guys were very far apart in how you felt about what the future looked like. And maybe that was the reason why it didn't work out. Maybe you wanted to get married and your ex didn't. Maybe you want to have kids and your ex didn't. And that was the reason why the relationship ended. Now that person has changed their mind about what they want long term. Genuinely desire what you want long term. Like, I'm not saying we just broke up and now they want me. They're saying, oh, I want to be married now. Oh, I want kids now. No. They genuinely want what you want now. Right? That might be a reason to double back, because now the main issue is resolved. The main issue is this person want to get married now, or they, whatever major ideal y'all had that y'all were in disagreement about. Now what you desire long term, desire long term is more aligned. That's a reason to double back. Here's 3 reasons why you don't double back, and we gonna get into some situations. 3 situations why you don't take your ex back. Why, when you get that "I miss you" text, I can't stop thinking about you. Why, we were so good together. Everything isn't the same without you. You know how the exes text back, y'all, because the exes text back, right? They'll say a bunch of stuff like, "I miss you, just thinking about you. I went somewhere and I thought I saw this and it made me think of you." You know how that go. Y'all know how the exes come back. They be, "Hey, big head. I made a mistake when I was with you, blah, 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 blah." You know how exes come back. I don't know how women come back, because I've never dated a woman, but I think, you know how women be coming back too. Women be coming back. Y'all tell me, what does a woman say when she's trying to get back to you? What does a woman say? Does she say, "I miss you"? What does she say? I can see a woman saying, "I miss you." I can see that. Does she say, "I miss you"? How do women come back? I'm trying to think of how I came back to my exes. That's so daggone long ago. How did I get? I remember, just saying, like, I feel like the last time I did that, I was a straight shooter. I was like, "Hey, I really feel like we need to work this out." When I had first dated that person, I was not mature, and I felt like at that point I was ready for the relationship, and he was in a relationship, and it didn't work out. It didn't happen, but because he was already with somebody, and yeah. So I mean, it was more like, "Hey, I miss you. Let's try to make it work." I was definitely rejected. I was rejected. Yeah, Mr. Moet, I feel like, if you really want somebody back, you got to put the ego to the side. The biggest issue with people is that they don't put their ego to the side. They don't. They let their ego run amok, and that doesn't get you anywhere. It just keeps you lonely. In order for relationships to truly work, you have to put your ego in the back seat. So, that's that. So, 3 reasons why you shouldn't go back. 3 reasons that, no, there's a saying that says your ego is not your amigo, and that's the truth. Okay, 3 reasons not to get back with an ex. Not. Keyword not. We said 3 reasons why. Why not? Okay. Let's get into it. Number 1, the same problems exist. This is very much related to the first one I said the last time. Just the reverse. Problems have been resolved for you to go back. The problems are still there. You are still you. They are still them. So what's going to be different if we both relatively the same people, right? So there's no reason to go back, because we already know this doesn't work. This doesn't work. So that's one reason, is not whatever issue we have, it still exists because we're both relatively the same people. I say relatively because major changes have to change for somebody, for a relationship to work. That's my whole thing. So the same problems still exist. Number 2, it's driven by loneliness or fear. This is a big one, y'all. Hear me. Hello, everybody in the chat, hear me very clear. A lot of people go back to exes or go back to not good relationships, go back to toxic situations because they're lonely and they're afraid of being by themselves. Their loneliness and fear of being alone. I'm lonely, so I'm gonna bring the quickest thing that can come into my environment that does not take a lot of effort because we already been together. So I'm gonna bring in an ex. New. Right? If it's driven by loneliness or fear, because a lot of people, y'all, especially this season, right? The season that we're in a cold season. It's getting chilly outside. People want to cuddle, right? So what do? They call Old Faithful. Old Faithful is an ex, or Old Faithful is a person that you know is going to come when you call. Is somebody that does not take a lot of effort and energy to get into your environment, right? They're easily right there because we already know each other, already there. That is not a reason to go back to an ex. It's not a reason to go back to an ex because you're lonely or you're afraid or you just like your comfort zone. You just like being comfortable. Getting with somebody new will require effort, will require an adjustment, and that's not what you're willing to do in this season. So you just go backwards. No, family, we do not grow in comfort zones. And if you know anything about life happens. It keeps on happening. Days keep passing. We don't know how much time we have. So every minute that we spend going backwards is a minute we wasted because we're not moving forward. We've decided to go back to Egypt instead of kept moving to the promised land. That just took us 2 steps back. Now we even further back than where we were to get to where we need to go. No, family. You can't allow your feelings to drive the car. A lot of people say, I just needed somebody to cuddle, get a teddy bear. Stop it. No, Sparkle. No, ma'am. No. Get a teddy bear. Get a puppy. You can't. Sparkle. No, ma'am. Stop. No. Stay right here or you're going down. You can get down. How about that? You do that. You go down. Here you go. Figure it out. There's no reason in God's green earth, in my opinion, there's no reason to go backwards because you just afraid. I'm scared. I don't want to be by myself. I don't want to be alone. I don't want family. That's a problem. If you don't like your own company, why you think somebody else gonna like your own company? If you can't handle being alone, that's indicative of a bigger problem in and of itself. When people say I don't like being by myself, I hate being alone, blah 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 blah. I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be alone. I don't like it. There's a problem. There's an issue. That's problematic that you can't be by yourself. So you just make up relationships because you can't be alone. No, that is not what we do. That's not how you bring about the relationships that you desire in your life. If you don't like your own company, if you don't love you, how you expect somebody else to love you? No. So in my opinion, if you are like it's getting cold outside you're, like, oh my goodness, I'm feeling a little like lonely and just didn't. Then we got to put effort in connecting with other people. Then we don't need to put effort in getting with somebody old. We need to keep moving forward to the new. Okay, we don't go backwards, because we're not going to the wilderness. We're not going back to Egypt. There was a reason why we left Egypt. We need to keep running to the promised land. And maybe we don't see our promised land, but we know that there is one. So no, family, it is not a reason to go backwards to an ex or to get into a relationship, period, because you're lonely or you're afraid. Those are not reasons to stay in relationship, get in relationship, or go back to relationships. Not a reason. Number 3 is one-sided effort or unbalanced feelings. We just saw an example of that in the first question that I received. We just saw an example of that. Unbalanced effort. She's making effort, he's not making effort. She's trying to cuddle, he's trying to play video games. She's trying to connect emotionally, he's pushing away. So we've got 2 different competing interests that are moving away from each other. Unbalanced effort. Unbalanced effort. Not a reason to go back. If you just want your ex so bad and they don't want you back, they don't share that same energy. It's not a reason to go backwards. So now, y'all, we done had all these different things. I'm now going to go through some scenarios that I had received. I actually looked up online because I think they're great scenarios. I think it's things that we need to discuss. What are you doing, puppy? What are you doing? Y'all, let me put this. Let me get this puppy right here, boy. I tell you what, y'all, we getting it together. We getting it together. I'm making sure we don't have no issues over here. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure that we don't have no problems. Ooh, we don't want no problems. Okay. But yes, for me, it is problematic when somebody. Let me actually read some of the questions in our chat. Sparkle is a part of the show, and Sparkle don't like y'all. She don't want to go down. Look, she don't want to go down. She don't want to go down. She don't like. She literally, y'all. If I'm sitting somewhere, Sparkle's like, no. Like, you're not sitting, you don't sit alone. Like, you can't sit by yourself. Like, I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. Sparkle is like, mommy, you're not by yourself. Okay, let me see some of the comments, y'all. Let me see some of the comments. Somebody said here, Rod said, if you don't enjoy your time alone, you got some self-work to do. 100%, Rod. Facts. Yes. People have not learned to deal with attachment. Somebody said Sigmas don't have a problem being alone. It's part of the reason why I like Sigma males, y'all. Oh, goodness, y'all. We got some cash apps. I'm sorry. I see Tommy. Tommy hit the cash app. I'm loving I'm sending hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all clap it up for Tommy. He every single time I have a show, Tommy shows up and Tommy shows out. Thank you, Tommy. Shout out to you, sir. Thank you so much for all your support. It is so appreciated. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm humbled and I'm grateful. Thank you. Thank you. Unfortunately, y'all, I turn off the Wi-Fi on my phone, so I don't see it as quickly. So I apologize when you do hit the Cash App. So what is the Sigma? Y'all, Sigma males, when I first started the channel, I did a lot of Sigma male content, and they are called the lone wolf of, you know, men. They're men that are they're very independent. They like their alone time. They're men that are they don't even want the attention, but they get the attention. They're kind of like the popular guy, but he don't have to do too much. He's never doing too much. A guy really, like I said, lone wolf, a loner, doesn't fill in the space with just a whole lot of people, doesn't have to be the loudest person in the room, but you feel his energy. So again, just a very quick, but it's like that's what categorize Sigma males, right? Lone wolf, strong energy, dominant male, doesn't say it, they're not very loud. But they have that energy that you can't ignore their presence, right? But they don't need to be around a lot of people. In fact, they don't like being around a whole lot of people. They distance themselves, okay? They need that time to recharge. And so when they do get into relationships, but they don't get it, they get into them sparingly, right? That's why the Sigma male comment came up at that time, which was like, a Sigma male don't need that. Yeah, Sigma males are not going into relationships for no reason. They could be by themselves and they could be doing the whole single dance for a while. If you are in their presence, they want you there. It's intentional. Okay? They don't need to be around people. They don't need a woman. They'll just be by themselves, dip in and out. You know, I hate to say it, but recreational use only. They can be very recreational until they want a woman in their presence. So Sigma males are they, because they're good with their them being alone. They're good with being alone. They don't just put people in the presence in their presence. They're very choosy. People in the chat, they said be picky and selective. That's how it is. Introverts are similar, absolutely. So people say, what do I do if my ex works where I work? Well, that's a question right there. Okay, so some people say, yeah, that's me to the T. Our time is very valuable. So somebody speaking, we don't like to waste it on anything. It wastes our mental energy, spiritual environment, costs our peace, and it costs too much. Okay. So there's some men in the chat that identify as being Sigma. So they are speaking. Okay. Okay, guys. So we're gonna go into some scenarios. We're gonna go into some scenarios. The number one, the apologetic return. Okay. So here's a scenario, family. My ex just reached out after months of no contact, apologizing for everything they did wrong in our relationship. They said they've changed and they want to make it right. Should I give them another chance? Let's hear it again, family. My ex just reached out after months of no contact, apologizing for everything they did wrong in our relationship. They said they changed and they want to make it right. Should I give them another chance? What you think, family? I want to hear from you. What you doing, puppy? I want to hear from you. What do you guys think? They said, hey, listen, they have had months of no contact. They're apologizing for everything they did wrong in the relationship. Sorry. They said they've changed and they want to make it right. Should I give them another chance? No. No biting. No biting. No biting. No biting. No biting. No biting. Michael said, I've been running through women now that I got divorced. Michael, how long you been divorced? My ex-wife is too prideful to ever apologize and admit she's wrong. Actions speak louder than words. You got to show change. I agree with that. Takes longer than a month to transform. They said months. They said months. It's been months of no contact. I'm done when I'm done. Thomas says, depends on how serious the mistake is. Sometimes it's better to move on. I would need more details. Apology accepted, but I hope you find your peace elsewhere. Put them on probation. That's a good one, Lanaya. That's a good one. I like that. Put them on probation. I like that. She should have worked on herself and then asked for another chance. So guys, I would agree with probation. I would agree with probation. I'm not going to. First of all, it depends on the mistake. It depends on what it is. No biting. It depends on the mistake. It depends on what happened for the relationship to end to begin with. Right? That's what. No, we're not doing that. It depends on what caused the break. Because it's like apologizing for everything they did wrong in the relationship. What'd they do? Were they abusive? Did they cheat on you? What did they do? Everything wrong. That's a big part. I need to know what did they do wrong? How much did they do? Because that's a big part of it as well. They said they've changed, they want to make it right. Family, here's what I will say. Here's what I will say. Talk is cheap. Talk is very cheap. People will say anything to accomplish an agenda. I've learned that the hard way. People will say anything to get what they want in life. All right? And with that being said, when we've got some people that will do that, what does that mean? I need to see action. So there's two things I have to take into account here. Number one, what did they do? Why, what are they apologizing for? How serious was it? Okay, that's number one. Need to know the why are we here. Number two is, okay, I hear you saying the right things, but I need to see change. Because change, apology without changed behavior is manipulation. An apology without changed behavior is manipulation. We need to be able to see that something has actually changed. Time has to go past. People can act right for 2 weeks and then they back to their old ways. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No. I need to see if you're telling me you've changed, I need to see change. So I would say, yeah, no, I need to see it. I will give them a chance to show me they've changed. That's what I'd be giving them a chance. I wouldn't be in a relationship. I would be looking at them like we're spending time together, just one eye open, just watching. And I be watching for a period of time. I'm not saying 2 weeks. I'm not saying a month. I might be doing this for 9 weeks. We don't know. I'm watching you though. Depending on what happened, I'm watching. And again, it depends on the number one. What happened for the breakup to happen to begin with, right? Because I could be saying this and it was horrendous. Whatever they did was terrible. So that's a part of the question that needs to be answered. Number two, our mutual friend keeps telling me my ex regrets what happened and wants to get back together. I've had this happen before. They say that we were perfect for each other. Should I listen to them? Family. Exes will definitely call your friends. They will definitely call your friends and will definitely try to get the friends to peer pressure you to reconsidering the relationship. Only you know what happened in that relationship. That's the reality, family. Only you were in that relationship. They're not going to be the one to keep it together. They're not going to be the one who has to deal with all this that's going on in the relationship. It's only going to be you and that person. So only you know whether that person was good for you or not. Only you know if y'all are perfect. Because some people may think that you're perfect for them, but they're not perfect for you. You know, now I'm perfect. Here's what, family, y'all know this. So y'all don't, now you swim in the seas. You treated me, you took me for granted, talked to me crazy, said all types of stuff, talking to other people, doing all this, and you were like, go ahead, leave me, I'm good. Okay, so now you didn't experience the outside, and the outside has not treated you well. You have not found anybody, and you took me for granted, right? So now you coming back this way. Oh, no. You thought you then stay right there. Be blessed, beloved. Because you thought you could treat me in this way. And here's the thing, family. We've got, let me stop right there. People have to understand you got to choose a struggle in life. Okay? There's people that get mad and they say different things. You can't be, and we're talking, there's a lot of men in the chat. You can't be a bad girlfriend and a cheater. Like, you can't be a bad girlfriend and a cheater. At least if you're going to cheat, be a good girlfriend. You know, I think that a lot of people, they don't understand the you got to choose a struggle. You can't be, if I'm going to be bad at work, right? Let's say I'm always late to work. If I show up to work, I better be good at my job. I better be killing it in the office, right? I better be killing it in the office. I can't be late to work and bad at my job. Why would they keep me? We've got to choose a struggle in life. And so some people, back to my point, some people take you for granted. Some people didn't know what they had when they had you. We have some men that are in the chat right now that were married and they ended up getting a divorce. And it was not a pretty divorce or whatever. Let's say that woman comes back to you. Oh, now you done been outside. You see there's nothing going on in the streets. That the grass truly ain't greener like it looked like in the ground. I've actually had a post that said, grass only looks greener on the ground. It's not like that in real life. Okay? If grass looks greener on the ground, I need to do that post again. I love that. I actually like that. I don't know what I was, that day I really had some creative juices flowing. But grass only looks greener on the ground. And so you've got people that did not know, like Bruce. I hear you, Bruce, and I see you in the chat. That woman didn't know what she had when she had you. And now she might go out here into these side highways and byways and find out it wasn't so bad with Bruce. Bruce actually treated me with some daggone respect. Bruce actually loved me. Bruce actually blah blah blah, whatever, fill in the blank. So what? So now So now? So when you was disrespecting me and you was walking out and you treated me all kinds of ways and I didn't know. So now? Oh no, beloved. Continue. Because I found out that while you was treating me like I was chopped liver, I'm actually prime rib, baby. I'm actually New York steak ribeye. Okay? You was out here taking me for granted, making me feel like I could be so easily replaced. I done found out I'm not. I'm not. Say it, Sparkle. I'm not. Boop. Boop. Say it, mama. Exactly. That's right, Sparkle. You know what time it is, girl. Y'all know. Y'all know. There's some people that have taken you for granted. And they felt like they could do better without you. And that person decides they want to come back into your life because when they had you, they didn't know what they had. And unfortunately, your time is up. I now know who I am. I now know what I'm worth. And with that being said, the price done went up. Woo! We spicy today. We feeling spicy today, huh, family? We feeling spicy. Bruce says Sam know her stuff. You know it. That's right, Bruce. Because when she had you, she didn't know what she had. Mm-hmm. Let's keep it moving, family. I don't want to waste too much time. You know, the NBA Cup is up. The NBA Cup is playing now, so I'm not going to waste y'all time. Puppy, wuppy, wuppy is a puppy, wuppy, wuppy is a baby, baby, baby. Okay, you got to sit still. Sit still, please. Okay, number 3. Number 3. Sparkle, no. Number 3. The cheating redemption. My ex cheated on me, but they've been going to therapy and working on themselves. They swear they'll never do it again. Should I believe them? My ex cheated on me. But now they're going to therapy and working on themselves. They swear they'll never do it again. Should I believe them? Y'all, I have this goes into a line of thinking. Here's my thought process with cheating. I believe in forgiving mistakes. I do. I believe in forgiving mistakes. I think everybody is bound to make a mistake in a relationship. So depending on what happened in that cheating situation, depending on what looked like, whether it was like, oh, a mistake, like a genuine mistake, one time, one off, I probably forgive it. Because we all make mistakes. If it's a pattern of behavior, patterns have to be broken. And it takes time to break a pattern. It takes time. I also have said, and I said this on the gram earlier today, was that I think that some people go into some relationships and they have a little bit of delusion. We have this Disneyland fantasy about what that looks like. And when you're in certain relationships or with certain people, or you looking to be with certain people, there is more temptation in those relationships. And therefore, there is more opportunity for them to make mistakes and make more of them because of the nature of the work that they're in, because of the access that they have. It makes it harder for you to be faithful in certain relationships. It just is what it is. We can't, it is what it is. So for me, if it's a mistake, something happened, and that person is apologizing, that person is going to therapy, that person is doing what they need to do to rectify the situation, I'm more apt to give them another shot. We're all gonna make a mistake in a relationship. We're all gonna make a mistake in a relationship. And so I would forgive. If it's a mistake, I would forgive. And again, it also depends on the type of relationship you're in, right? Because I know men are not apt to, men are not really the ones who gonna forgive cheating. I understand that. Women are more likely to forgive cheating. So the women that are watching me is that if you're choosing certain types of men, that is what comes into it. If you date certain types of men, that's what comes into it. That's a reality. If a man is in areas where there's women that are there or throwing themselves at these men, you have to anticipate and be more aware that if a man's being thrown a Chick-fil-A biscuit everywhere he go, and he done been thrown Chick-fil-A biscuits 100 times in a 24-hour period, and he loves Chick-fil-A biscuits, on some level, he might be like, you know what? I only slept with one biscuit. I only ate one biscuit. Out of 100, I only ate one biscuit. Out of 3,000, I ate one biscuit. You know, it just is what it is, depending on the type of men that you're deciding to get in relationships with. So again, that is part of the nature of the beast. John Wayne says not all, but some are just dogs. I agree, John. Some men are just out here. Some men are just out here. So for me personally, I think, you know, you have to, there's just certain, some men just have, there's just more temptation, more opportunities for them to fall into temptation. Does that make it right if they do cheat? No. However, we have to just be aware of the reality of the situation. And I'll go into that differently in a different live. I don't want to do that tonight because that's not the point of this particular live. But I do think that sometimes women, specifically the women that they go into, I want this man. I want a man that plays in the NBA or in the NFL. I want a man that is on stage. I want a man that does these things that are in these types of environments where women are literally throwing themselves at these men. And it's like, oh my gosh, but I want him to act like the guy that works a 9-to-5 job and isn't having to deal with all this temptation. That's not reality. The relationships are going to look different. There's a tax you pay no matter what relationship that you're in. You know, no matter what relationship, no matter who you choose, there's always going to be a tax that's paid. And so you can't live in Prince Charming world and he's going to ride you off into the sunset. I mean, you guys might have seen this viral video that just went out of this young lady who became a trophy wife of some sort. And the man was like, come to find out, was, what are you doing? What are you doing? The man was touching her kids. Or allegedly, we don't know if it's true, you know, there's not proof of that. But the story is that she married a man. He was this perfect presenting man that was just trophy, you know, he was a provider, he's a Christian man. Stop. All these different things, and he ended up touching both of the girls in that relationship. Is gone viral. I saw it the first day, posted it in my Discord. Y'all can check me, Pam, tell them I posted it in the Discord when it came out, And now it's absolutely viral. Everybody's talking about it. It's on YouTube. It's called "I Married a Monster." That's the name of the video. "I Married a Monster." It's probably at 2 million at this point. But a woman just openly shares about having, getting into this relationship with somebody, and unfortunately, it ended up not good. It ended up not good. So again, family, we have to be mindful and understand. Yeah, the trophy wife situation. Yeah, exactly. Sparkle, no. Come on, come over here. Stop. Where are you going? No. Where are you going? Sparkle over here, y'all just walking around. No, no, ma'am. No. Come in here. Go in your area. Thank you. So we have to just have to, oh, happy birthday, Adjua. Y'all say what's up to Adjua. Happy birthday, girl. I didn't realize it was your birthday. Ow. I didn't realize it was your birthday. Happy birthday, boo. Y'all shout out to Adjua. She's a part of the Power Up women's group that I have. Shout out to you, Adjua. Happy birthday, lady. Happy birthday. Thank you, love. Thank you, Adjua. I hope you had a beautiful birthday, girl. I hope you had an amazing birthday. But again, family, we put certain men on a pedestal, and there's a tax we pay. There's a tax you pay, right? There is a tax you pay. And so I make this clear because a lot of people live in this, oh my gosh, once I get with this Prince Charming like person, all my problems go away. Everything that I'm dealing with goes away. It's not that's not true. Everybody's got something. And so so-called dimes, I don't call dimes, we're talking about people that are good, very good looking, not 8, 9s, and 10s. I don't think every 8, 9, and 10 throw themselves at ballers. I don't believe that. I believe that they probably get approached by ballers. And some of them do throw themselves at ballers. Okay. But my point is that if you want a baller and you understand that the nature of the beast is that women are going to throw themselves at these men, then we have to not live in delusion to where it's like, oh, he's not going to ever make a mistake. He's just going to be so faithful to me. There's women literally waiting in the lobby for your man. Married, not married, they're waiting in the lobby. And they just want 15 minutes. Okay? We can't live in delusion and think otherwise. I don't care how bad you are. Temptation is temptation. Doesn't necessarily mean he's trying to replace you. It's temptation. So we have to understand there is a price you pay. It's not an easy walk. It's not an easy journey. And we can't put things on this pedestal and not think about everything that comes with it. Because not everybody's meant to walk that walk. Not everybody's built to be in those types of relationships. I hate how society, Sparkle, come here. I hate how society really glorifies these things and isn't really being honest about how challenging it is. So that's just my point. Stop. Don't do that. Okay. So anyway, so I think I answered the question for the number 3. I said if it was a mistake, if somebody made a mistake, I'm willing to forgive a mistake. I'm patterns have to be broken. if this is somebody who's just been relentlessly cheating on you with everybody, then I think it's a no, dog. It's a no for me, dog. You know, it depends on how flagrant the foul was. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know it was it a flagrant one or a flagrant two? We need to know how flagrant this situation was. For me to really make a better decision. But I am willing to forgive a mistake. That's just how I am. That's just what it is. Number 4, for the kids dilemma. For the kids dilemma, y'all, I will end this live at 1:15, at an hour and 15 minutes, because I just want to make sure, I know that there's games going on. I don't want to hold anybody back from watching the game. But anyway, we have just about, I'm going to answer one more, and then I'm going to answer questions in the chat for the last 5 minutes and then go from there. So for the kids dilemma, we have 2 kids together. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Tommy, y'all. Thank you, y'all. Just clap it up for Tommy with the second super chat of the evening. We had Joshua first. We have Tommy second. Thank you so much. All right, y'all. Shout out to Tommy. We have 2 kids together, and my ex wants to get back together for the sake of the family. They say they've matured, but I'm not sure it's a good idea. Should I consider it? We've got 2 kids together, and my ex wants to get back together for the sake of the family. They say they've matured, but I'm not sure it's a good idea. Should I consider it? Yes. Depending on the ending of the relationship, yes. I don't know, because you're not saying you're saying they've matured, and it seemed like the maturity thing was the variable that was of concern. If maturing is the only issue that you had, that one person was immature, they can grow up. They can mature. That is something that is very possible between the time of you leaving and you getting this message. So to me, yes, if you have 2 children with somebody and there's an opportunity to make it work and something has changed, like referencing the first thing that I shared earlier. If something has changed in the dynamics of the relationship to where they are not the same person they were when you left, yes, consider it. Consider it. Why not? It doesn't hurt you to consider it. It doesn't hurt you. We're not talking about somebody, you're not saying she cheated. You're not saying those, stop. You're not saying those things. You're saying she was immature. Okay, people can mature. That's something that's probable. I would at least consider it. I mean, if the question is, should I consider it? Yes. I think you should. I think you should. Mercy says that the love is still there. Why not? It depends on how long ago they broke up. Therapy changes no one in a month or 2. Maturing doesn't occur that quickly. That's true, Wayne. Facts. Okay, you got me on that one. I appreciate all that. My mom taught me about her experiences. Somebody said, Lanaya put up, God forgives repentant mistakes, not repentant practices. Wow. Okay, Lanaya, bring it up. Jehovah God forgives repentant mistakes, not unrepentant practices. Wow. Okay, Lanaya. Hit him with the facts, though. Hit him with the headline. Like, listen, I can forgive you making wanting to turn from your negative ways and making a genuine effort to follow a different path. But if you're just doing the same thing and saying sorry without an actual change of heart, God doesn't even forgive that. From what she's saying. No, it's not. Somebody asked me, is there a football game tonight? No, it's a basketball game. There are basketball games tonight. Somebody say, greetings from the Navajo Nation. I love your messages. I am Gavin Benelli. No more emotional abuse. Very good. Okay. So that is the last question I'm going to answer from my questions. I have like 10 of them. Is anybody have a question in the chat? I will answer. I'll probably take 2 questions from the chat. 2 questions from the chat, y'all. 2 questions from the chat. Again, please relate it to the topic at hand. Thinking about getting back with your ex. You making the perfect brother look bad, huh? Who's perfect? All right, I'm looking for some questions. Let me see if I see some earlier. See if there's not. Trey Sean said in the chat, I'm still mad at the girl who cheated on me in kindergarten. That's funny. That's funny. Oh. Somebody wrote, I think in my case, my ex-girl. Oh, wait, Mr. Roy. I'll be attending my ex's B-Day event on 12/07. She expected me to attend. I wonder what to expect. She's been breadcrumbing me for a few months now. Now, Mr. Moet, I don't know if I would be going to somebody's birthday that has been breadcrumbing you. Like if I'm gonna go to a birthday party, it's not somebody that's playing games with me. And I know they playing games with me. Like that wouldn't be, I believe, a good use of my time because I'm putting more energy into the game. So I'm not sure if I would go to the birthday party if you know she's breadcrumbing you. I just don't know if that would be a good waste of a good use, excuse me, I already said it, a good use of your time. Because if she's already been playing games, why? Why am I going to go to her birthday? My ex accused me of cheating. NC for 3 weeks now. What should I do? Did you cheat? That's JD. I mean, we got to be honest here. Did you cheat? Did you cheat? She accused you. Did it happen? Because if you did do it and she doesn't want a cheater. Mr. Moe said, okay, thank you. Point well taken. Mr. Moet, here's the thing. I want you to understand this principle that I had to learn over time. Your power is in your presence. Your power is in your presence. What does that mean? That means that when you get to have the power in your presence is whether you give people access or not. That's your power. Your power is in your presence. If you don't like something, you remove your presence. If you like something, you give its presence. If you continue to give access to people, that have shown over and over again that they're playing games and they're playing games and they're playing games, then you continuing to give them access is almost like giving them the green light to keep playing games. So for me, if you're showing me that you're playing games, I'm going to remove myself from that because I'm not willing to play games. I'm not jumping on the merry-go-round with you. I'm jumping off the merry-go-round. If I'm jumping off the merry-go-round and I'm going to let you play games with yourself until you realize what you are or what you're not doing. But I'm not going to, if I continue to show up when you want me to show up, I keep calling when you want me to, I keep picking up when you call, I keep texting back. That's allowing somebody to continue to have access to you that takes it for granted. that's going in and out of your life, that's giving you little bit by little bit. No. I guarantee you, if you hit that switch up, you're gonna get a faster result than the way you're doing it now. No, and I wouldn't be available. I would be unavailable. You breadcrumbing me, I'm unavailable. That's what you do. You don't just sit here and continue to give somebody access that isn't appreciating access. What do you think about a man being a mentally abusive and not family oriented to you, but has changed over some months of therapy and wants you to take him back? Mentally abusive and not family oriented. Those two things are not going to change in a couple months. Those two things are not going to change in a couple months. And it depends on the nature of the relationship. Are you just my boyfriend? Where are we in this relationship? You know, if we're talking about marriage, that's different. But we talking about you just my boyfriend and you are mentally abusive and you're not family oriented. That's gonna take time. I wouldn't be taking you back. I would, if you're just my boyfriend, we just talking about I'm dating you, and you're mentally abusive already. Like you showing me signs of mental abuse, or you are being mentally abusive, and we're not even living together or married. I'm taking that as a red flag, and I gotta exit stage left. Once you take them back, it's a no. I would have to see consistent change over a period of time. I would have to see consistent change over a period of time. It's not going to be just a couple months. I would need more time. And JD, I see your question. My thing, I even showed her millions of proof. She left me. I'm so broken. She's avoiding any conversation. JD, in this instance, honestly, if somebody is that jealous, hear me out. If somebody is that jealous, they don't even have, you're showing them proof that they're wrong. You're doing everything in your power to prove that that what they saw wasn't what they saw. And the cheating really didn't happen. And this person's not even open to hearing you out. There's nothing you can do until they open themselves up to hearing you out. And you also have to consider that maybe she came up with a reason, because women do this. I'm being honest. Sometimes women come up with reasons to get single again. I'm just being honest. Some women will conjure up something in a relationship, drum it up to have a reason to leave because they wanted to leave anyway. Okay? So we don't know if it was just, she just found there was a convenient way out and she found it. Or if she's legitimately upset about what happened or what she thinks happened. We don't know at this point. And if she doesn't give you the opportunity to express yourself, then in this situation, you're going to have to really have a conversation with yourself. I would even suggest maybe writing out a message like that you would in any other situation write out to her. Just get it all out. Just say everything you want to say. And so you kind of leave it out. You get it all out there. You say what you want to say and just let it go from there. Because until you can't force your way into somebody's life. You can't force your presence on anyone. If she's not willing to accept what you're giving, then you have to exit stage left. You have to make an executive decision. You can't just be begging for somebody who might have just been finding a reason to get out anyway. Most women, I'm being honest with you, most women are not going to go cold turkey like that unless they've been cheated on before or you've cheated before. They're going to want to hear you out, even if you cheated. So it's a little weird for me that she didn't want to hear you out. Because even if I'm giving you all this energy, I'm going to want to hear you out. The fact that she doesn't want to hear you out makes me think she didn't want to be in a relationship anyway. Just being, I don't know women that just cold turkey get up out of there and doesn't want to hear you out. That's all I'm saying. That's why I say, get up, you know. I really would just write out a letter, do it by hand and rip it up, release it. That really does, is cathartic. It really does help you release things. And just say, you know, it is what it is. Like at this point, there's nothing you can do with somebody who doesn't want to fight with you. I still dream about her, but it's a complex story. I grew up, matured quite a bit, and woke up sadly when I dream about her every few months. Why don't you reach out, Christopher? I mean, again, there's a possibility. Our lives are so short, family. And I don't know the nature of the relationship, but some relationships should not be reopened. Let's start there. But sometimes they should. Like I said earlier, there was reasons to get with and not get with an ex. And I don't want to leave on the note of like you never take back an ex, because it's not true. There could be a lot of different variables that could potentially make it work the next time around. But you have to consider those variables. Is everything the same? Are we relatively the same people going into the relationship? That means that we're going to have the same outcome. Am I doing this out of fear or out of loneliness? What's the third one? Is a one-sided effort or unbalanced feelings? And that's where we are right now with you, JD. It's unbalanced effort. You're trying very hard. You're saying JD's saying we talked a little bit about the situation, but every time when I gave her clear proof, she avoided and told me to stop talking about it. Then there's no, until she's ready to hear you, you have no course of action. Like there's nothing you can do until she opens herself up to hearing you. So in this situation, there's no magic formula to get her to reopen herself up to you. You have to basically find closure within yourself until she's ready to hear you. I'm saying it's a little weird. She doesn't want to hear you out, and she's just going off of this inkling, and she doesn't have no proof. It just that's not normal. So, and I think she'll come back around. Honestly, I think she will come around, but you just have to, you can't force your way into someone's life. You can't force your way into getting somebody's good graces. You can't, there's no recourse for that. You have to just kind of ride the wave and trust God with it. Because I think in this situation, it's a little weird to me that somebody just can, with proof, is like willing to be like, forget the proof. I don't want to believe it. Like I mean, I don't know the situation, so I can't speak to what she's doing, why she's doing it. I do think it's a little weird. You know, if you're telling me everything that, you know, which I'm trusting that you are telling me everything, it's a little weird for a woman to just not want to hear you out and not want to know. And then when you give her proof, she wants to believe her narrative of what happened. It's giving, I don't want to be in a relationship. I was looking for an out and I found one. Like that's what that feels like to me. You know? Random House Agent says, what's up, Sam and Fram? I'm just coming in to say hello. What's up? What's up, y'all? All right, you guys. So I hear Maribel's in the chat saying, yup, there's a Target sign in there. I'm just saying. All right, family. Well, we have had a good show tonight. Again, we're talking about thinking about getting back with your ex. Watch this first. I hope you guys get the answers that you are looking for and some of the clarity that you were looking for. We went through some scenarios, and I thought that I think it was cool to have that type of conversation and getting different perspectives, because all you guys have different perspectives, and then you share some perspective as well. So anyway, y'all, great show tonight. I will be doing a live next week. So I will be on Wednesday night. I will be on Monday as well. So that is still occurring, okay? So you will see me Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time from right now, where I'm at right now. If anything changes, I will definitely put it in the community tab, and anybody that's you know, a part of my email list, you will also get updates there, okay? So I love y'all. I'm sorry, JD. I see JD's comment. It's so crazy. I'm so confused and hurt. I understand. That's why in this situation, you're going to have to release what you can't control. You have to release what you can't control. She's not in your control. There's nothing that you can do to get control over another human being. The only person that you can control and you have to focus on is you. So you have to navigate this the best way you can. Life happens. You just have to respond to everything life throws at you. And in this instance, this is the deck of cards you're playing. So you've got to play it the best. There's no other way around that. And I know that hurts, and I know that it's confusing, but at the same time, I feel like you're focusing so much on getting her to understand your perspective and wanting her back and wanting to speak to her. You want to plead your case. You're leaving the relationship feeling like you messed it up. But that's you focusing on variables you can't control. All you can do is you shoulder proof. You've tried to explain yourself. You've done everything you can possibly do in this moment. You cannot control the outcome. And right now, what it sounds like is that you're fixated on trying to control the outcome. There's nothing that you can do to change the outcome. You've done everything you can do. It hasn't changed the outcome as of yet. So at this point, you've got to release it because it's not in your control. And when we're like fighting, like, no, I want her back. I want her to be back with me. I want her to be back with me. I'm explaining and she's not taking me back and she's not talking to me. You're focusing on things that are beyond your control. All you can do is focus on the hand you're dealt. Otherwise, you're going to keep feeling like you're going crazy. You've expressed yourself. You've done everything you could do in this very moment. She's choosing her choice, her right to choose. And that's to have no contact. And you have to respect that, because that's where we are. And you may not even know, like there could be so many other things going on. So we just have to, you don't even know, like you have no idea what's going on. You don't know if this is somebody that was waiting on a moment to break up with you and that's why she's moving along. You don't know if she's going to reach out to you in a couple of days. You have no idea what's going to happen. You don't know if she got another person that she was already talking to on the side. You don't know. You don't know if she's reacting this big because she was cheating too. And now she even madder, which is crazy how we do that. It's projection. But now we're even madder at you because of what we were doing. Right? So you don't know. You don't know. So you cannot obsess over something you can't control. The mind is going to want to obsess. You will have to say, I did everything that I could. I have to find peace in the fact that I did everything that I've done everything that I can. Okay? All right, family. I love y'all. I think you guys are so dope. We're going to go live again next week on YouTube and on Facebook. Okay? I love you guys and have a great night. Okay? Great night.